Okay, guys, so I am going to introduce real quick the Ezra McCandless case because I've had these files for a while. I have some audio interviews and some crime scene photos and just a couple videos and stuff. When I ordered the files, man, it's been probably like 5 or 6 months ago. So I'm gonna give you a quick little summary of the case, and then I'm gonna just start sharing the files. Okay. So I think the first one that I'm gonna attach to this video will be it's her audio when she goes and walks to this house and the guy calls 911 and the cops come and they're talking to her. So for some reason they don't have the body cam on. They just have the audio and they have like the dash cam that's like somehow the audio is connected to them inside the house. So you'll hear them talking to her. So I'll attach that to this video after I give you a quick little summary, okay? And then well, as you can see, I'm going to be showing you some pictures too. These are some pictures from the crime scene and stuff. Okay, so the Ezra McCandless case revolves around the 2018 murder of 25-year-old Alex Woodworth. It was in Wisconsin. Ezra was charged with first-degree intentional homicide after she fatally stabbed Alex during a confrontation. The incident was reportedly linked to a love triangle involving Ezra and another man, which created a complex emotional craziness. Like, you'll see, if you guys don't know this case, I would recommend maybe watching highlights from the trial or even maybe the whole trial. You could find the trial on Law and Crime. You could find also Rottweiler has the trial. Actually, I'll link those. I'll link Rottweiler's channel and then you guys could check it out because I'm not going to play the trial footage because it's out there. But if you guys want to learn about the case, check it out. So, throughout the trial, there were discussions about self defense, mental health issues, but ultimately, Ezra was found guilty and sentenced to prison. This case involved a complex narrative of emotional turmoil and relationships. Ezra was charged with the stabbing. So, like I said, she was charged with the stabbing of Alex, and we don't know exactly what happened because all we have is what her side of the story, what she said happened. But supposedly it was during like a confrontation that arose from this love triangle, right? So the prosecution argued that the act was intentional, while the defense claimed it was an act of self-defense. So key themes in the trial included discussions around mental health and the nature of the confrontation. Ultimately, though, Ezra was found guilty of the first degree intentional homicide and received a life in prison sentence. So during the trial, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. If you guys have, this will be like a refresher. But the prosecution focused on establishing that the stabbing of Alex was intentional, arguing that it was premeditated act resulting from this love triangle dispute, right? They presented evidence suggesting that Ezra had motive and opportunity, indicating that the confrontation was not a spontaneous act of self defense. In contrast, the defense argued that Ezra acted in self defense, claiming that she felt threatened during the encounter and that her mental health issues played a significant role in her actions. They sought to portray the incident as a tragic culmination of emotional distress rather than a calculated murder. In the trial, the prosecution presented several key pieces of evidence, including forensic data from the crime scene, witness testimonies that contradicted Ezra's self defense claims, and text messages indicating a pre existing conflict between her and Alex. They aimed to show that Ezra had a motive and acted with intent. On the other hand, the defense introduced evidence related to Ezra's mental health history, including evaluations from mental health professionals, as well as testimonies from friends and family who described her emotional state leading up to the incident. So the defense argued that this context was crucial in understanding her perception of threat during the confrontation. The forensic evidence was significant as it provided objective data that could either support or refute the claims made by both the prosecution and the defense. The evidence included blood samples, stab wound analysis, and any physical evidence recovered from the scene. The prosecution used forensic findings to argue that the nature and location of the wounds indicated an intentional act rather than a defensive response. On the other hand, the defense aimed to highlight any uncertainties in the forensic evidence, suggesting that the circumstances of the confrontation may have led to a misinterpretation of the physical evidence. You know what would be a good reference if you watch some of her testimony? Like I said, I'm not going to play it here because she's on the stand for a couple days, so it's like hours of her testimony. And then you have Jason Mangle, which makes the third part of the love triangle. So you have Ezra, Alex, and Jason. So Ezra had moved out of Jason's home and their relationship ended in part because of her relationship with Alex. But Ezra wanted to get back with Jason. So on March 22nd, 2018, Ezra tried to end it with Alex. And he supposedly reacted badly. So she says they went for a drive to discuss it more. And they ended up getting stuck in the mud on a dirt road. And Ezra claims that they ended up getting into a fight. And Alex S8'd her. He basically kind of like forces her into like this sexual position. He takes this knife and he like runs it down her skin, which she said that he has done this before. They've done this during sex before, but this time it was different because he was actually cutting into her skin and pressing harder, and she felt scared. And that's where the self-defense thing came. So she said, he's like cutting her clothes and cutting her, and she actually felt scared. So she basically took the knife. So in self-defense, she stabbed him 16 times and then carved the word boy into her arm. They're out like in this land where the car gets stuck, supposedly, where they can't get out because it's muddy. They're out like in the middle of nowhere, basically, some farmland, right? So after this, after she stabs him in the car in the back seat, right? And then she walks to this dairy farmer's house, just some random house, and probably the closest house that she came to. Shows up on the doorstep of this dairy farmer. She was muddy, bloody, bruised, and shoeless, asking for a doctor. She said she was a victim of an assault. Now, when she's trying to recount the assault, it's very hazy. At first, as you'll see with this recording, this audio I'm going to play, she originally says, oh, these two men attacked her, basically makes up this lie. But she eventually said it was her ex-boyfriend, Alex, who attacked her. And she says that he carved the word boy into her arm. Now, if you want to know some of the details about like that whole meaning, you can watch the trial. If you watch her testimony, it'll explain basically her reasoning of the whole boy, and because she was like, that Alex wanted her to be a boy, and it's just I would recommend check it out if you don't know the case. It is interesting, but if you know the case, then you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so she comes and she says that he carved boy into her arm, but later admits it was her. So that's another little weird detail. And that year before, she claimed that she was scarred by somebody else, and I think it was just her way of trying to get out of cheating on Jason. It's just the girl was a very, I feel like, attention, like seeking attention and drama, and always want to play the victim type person. Ezra, I'm talking about. So Ezra was her, it's not her real name, it's not her born name, okay? So she picked the name McCandless because Chris McCandless, whose life is the subject of the book and film Into the Wild, so that's where she got that name. Her real name, which you'll hear her say to the cops on this audio I'm going to play when they ask her, what's her name? So her real name is Monica Kay. Okay, that's the name she was born with. But then she changed it to Monica Carlin. But then her new self-given name was Ezra McCandless. Okay, so just so you're not confused when you hear her say Monica in this audio that I'm going to play. So I'm going to play this, and then, like I said, I'm going to start just release some of the other interviews. There's a bunch of audio interviews from like friends and stuff, which I think are pretty important. If you follow this case, yeah, like most of them testified during the trial, but these audio interviews are going to be like their first interview, right? So it's probably going to be the most honest, because by the time you get to the trial and if it's like the state's witness, they go over with you and, kind of like pick and choose what they want you to say and stuff. So I feel like the most honest interviews are going to be those first ones. So if you are, if you were following this case, it could be pretty interesting for you. And then I have one video interview, which was with Jason. And then there's a few like drone and body cams. So yeah, that's what these next videos are going to be. In case if anybody sees like this case coming out and you're thinking, wait, what case is this? I haven't heard her talk about this case. But yeah, it's an older case. Well, 2018, but yeah, the trial already happened, and go check it out. All right, here you guys go.
Do you have any ID on you or anything? You got a cell phone? Okay. Okay. That's an iPod. Do you know if you have anything else in your pockets, like any credit cards or any ID or driver's license or anything like that? I can hold those for you. catheter. Mind if I just look up your sleep here a little bit? Is that okay? Nothing else in your pockets that you know of?
I've lived here 89 years and this is the strangest thing I've ever
Say you're from Rottweiller.
17, Tony. Is it? You know who would live there?
No.
217, Tony. You have somebody from Eau Claire, check the address. In Eau Claire. We're not getting any information or ID. To the address I located on her iPad. Okay. So. Okay. Did you ingest anything today? Okay. What's the last thing you remember? How about we do that?
I remember getting them off of me.
Getting them?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are we talking like a man? Okay, more than one man? You don't know? Okay. Did somebody throw you out of a car or anything like that? Or do you work anywhere? Do you know what your first name is now?
I didn't figure it out.
Yes, try to make contact there and see if they know anybody. Approximately 20-year-old female. We're not getting anything other than that. Just ID who's there. Angel? Is it Angel Melton?
No.
Is that your name? Your name isn't Angel? Colony. I found a name. She's stating that this isn't her, but it's an Angel Melton. Last name spelling Mary, Edward, Lincoln, Tom, Ocean, Nora. First is Adam, Nora, George, Edward, Lincoln. She's stating that that is not her name, however. That's on her iPod.
Can you tell me your name, ma'am? My name's Joel. What's the Indian? Anywhere?
Monica?
Covered in moss and everything.
Who the heck is this? I can't talk. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Do you think we can take you off the ambulance and check you out? Yeah? Do you want to walk or do you want us to bring the child around?
She said Monica? Yep, sorry about that.
No, don't worry. I think his too. Safe boy too.
Yeah. You gotta move yours first and then I'll.
Looks like you got a scratch in your leg there. And on her arm a little bit. Are you on the field? Or on the road? I don't know where she got it. Yeah, that's what I kind of wonder. Huh? I wonder what field as well.
Is it? Yeah? Good. Is it Monica? Is that your first name? Yeah. Not for her. So just advise that her name is Monica. Oh, with Monica. Okay, Monica, can you give me your last name? Do you know what your last name is?
Carlin.
What's that?
Carlin.
Carlin? Carlin? Like Carlin?
K.
K. Arlen or IN? Carlin. Karlen. Okay, last name Carlin. King, Adam, Robert, Lincoln, Edward, Nora. You got moved? Okay. If you want to stay with her, and then I'll move it real quick. That sounds good. Just be aware, she said that she was attacked by 2 men at least, so she might be very wary about touching you. Just be, just be. Oh, okay.
That's Joe's problem. Hey, Joe.
Yep. 17 to other units. She was stating she was assaulted by at least 2 subjects. It's 43. Tab 4, just relaying the info I'm getting. That's as far as we've gotten so far. Anybody that we can call for you? You know Jason's phone number? Go ahead. No. You know Jason's last name? 4.
It's really hard.
Okay. Miss Carlin, you said you live in Eau Claire, though? How long have you lived in Eau Claire?
A couple of months, and then I don't know.
Where did you live before that? Do you remember? Minnesota or?
No.
Okay. Would it help if we got you on the cot, got you wrapped up in some warm blankets? At least we can get you warm, and then maybe that'll help. Does that sound okay? Okay. Does that sound okay? All right. Do you need help walking to the cot over here, or? Well,
Maybe use that chair. Does that work for you? You just sit on the chair and we carry it? You want to walk?
There's no mind.
Good.
I got you.
Is it his blanket?
I got you. We'll get it back to him if we have to, okay?
Yep.
I got you. Don't worry, I got you, okay? I got you. Just kind of turn around then. Turn around and sit down. There you go. Okay, now swing your legs over here. Swing your legs over here, okay? We'll get some warm blankets on you. Okay?
I'm going to put some seat belts around you here just so you don't tip off the cot. And we'll get you into the warm ambulance, alright?
They have a heater that'll
get you warm.
It'll get you warm fast, okay?
Alright?
Okay?
Good luck to you. Here we go. Going up a little bit. Alright.
You understand him now. I'll step inside so I can talk to you in here. So where did you first see her?
I was in my den here, just having my lunch, and she walked in.
Good.
I see right away that something didn't look good when I saw her. You know, her mouth. That's the first thing I remember. She blubbered on her mouth.
10-4. Can you advise A Masters?
I'm talking to the complainant right now. Actually, I'll step out and speak. So, and what did she? So she came in.
She rang the doorbell, and I come as quickly as I could and answered. And
10-4. I'll advise them, and then I believe we should probably head to Eau Claire first. Based on the news. I'm sorry to keep cutting you off. Somebody keeps talking about me.
That's okay. And as soon as I got her in, I think she was shivering. And she wanted me to take her to the hospital emergency. And I gave it a little bit of thought, but I didn't think it was a good idea. So then I called 911.
Okay. And that was, did she say anything to you? What happened? Where it happened?
She said she was attacked.
Just attacked. Did she say in what way?
I couldn't hardly get her to talk.
Yep. She's she's very upset. Is there anything here that belongs to her?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Everything she's got, that blanket was mine that she's got to keep it till we get done with it.
Okay.
Do you think there might be drugs involved?
I don't know. I
Just
don't.
a guess.
I mean, it could be. But
But she had some blood on her eyes here, and one of the deputies looked up her sleeve here, and she had some injuries here on her.
Yeah, we'll figure that out a little bit more, but right now we got her in the ambulance and we're getting her warmed up, and maybe once she gets a little warmed up, we can get a little bit more.
And I have no idea how far she walked in her stocking feet. And what I thought was kind of strange was why her pant legs were so muddy.
Yeah.
Where did she get into that?
Yeah, because she had mud all the way up to her knees at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of throws it off a little. But I'm sure glad I decided to call 911 and get trusted units.
Yeah, well, that's the best. All right. They gave your name and all that to our dispatch center?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'll give you my card in case anything else comes to mind or somebody comes here looking for her or anything like that. The big thing is I'm going to be going off duty at some point today. So
excuse me, she mentioned something about me. I don't know where she lives. She said something about Menominee Street.
Menominee Street?
Yeah, and somebody, one of you guys, and then she talked like she lived with her parents. But I'm not sure.
Okay.
The way she kind of, it was hard to understand. She was pretty shook up lady.
It seems strange because you have neighbors all over the place. I don't know why she wouldn't stop coming to those. Unless you saw your car. Is that your car over there?
Oh, that's not mine.
Okay.
Not mine. Mine is in the garage.
Do you know who that car belongs to?
People that have the cows here, this is not our buildings anymore. The house is, but not the barn, and maybe we use that car from way up above Wheeler.
Okay.
But she, my daughter lives next door, and she's gone. And the neighbors across the road, they're gone a lot. And all she got way up here on E, if she's from Eau Claire, without getting contact or something.
I don't know. Well, I'm going to go walk maybe the ditches here and see if I can't kind of track her a little bit.
At first, when I thought she probably had somebody else with her. Nobody here.
Okay.
Well, good luck, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. If I have any questions, I got your phone number. So. All right. Thank you for your help, and thank you for helping her out. Appreciate it. 217 to other units. Other units, if you can copy, she's covered in mud. Not sure if we're looking for an open field she might have walked through. But that is 43. She's covered in mud. She must have gone through an open field. I don't see anything around here that would match what she's covered in.
So, here's our question.
Yep.
One of you two ride with us? So we have another guy in back. I don't know.
Down for it. If you're not comfortable with it.
Well, I mean, the assault, and she's more like Tim, trooper. She's more like if a cop's around.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can go in and talk. Tim said we got to come talk to you. You're the man in charge. So, we can go talk and right in there. And, it's not a hidden secret. So.
No, that's fine. Let me walk down here. I just want to take a look at something because she came from somewhere.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm just trying to figure out if she, at least the direction she came in.
Yeah, that's fine.
217 County, who's the on-call investigator?
It's just me. It's just me. Are we getting warmed up?
Yeah.
It sounds like she'll appreciate it if you rode with us. Okay. You want me to ride with you? Okay. All right.
Probably coming back this direction, probably off. You want to go that route, or you've got other ways to arrange your transport?
We can figure something out. That's for sure. Let me talk to probably gonna go over there.
Yeah, maybe we'll.
That's where she'd like to go. So you want to go to Eau Claire, you said? And you said you got family in the Eau Claire area? Can you give me a name or anything like that for him? Jason Engel? How close are you guys to taking off?
We're ready to let it go.
Okay.
Monica, you feeling sick to your stomach? Well, we've got medicine we can give you through an IV to help with that too. Would you like us to look for an IV? So then we can give you some medicine to help with that.
Do you have Jason's last name spelling?
We're gonna take this cuff off though, okay?
Jason?
I just want to take a look here because it kind of looks like it's a little bit dark. I just want to make sure you're not having any blood in your vomit or anything. Okay. Take this off.
Step out for a minute so I can use my radio. You're fine. I'll be right back with you, Monica.
Okay.
217 County, go ahead.
County 217.
217, go ahead.
217, I am 214. I'm 21 requesting to speak with you.
10-4, can you see if Eau Claire knows someone, open house check or whatever, for Jason Engel. E-N-G-E-L, Jason. You should have an Eau Claire address. She's advising that that's one of her family members.
10-4, how do you advise this 214?
You can call my squad cell, 217-229. She's requesting I accompany her to Eau Claire. Somebody get ahead this way. Hey, what's up, room? 10-4.
Are we talking just a physical assault?
I'm gonna go with it's probably sexual assault this time. I don't really know. Hold on one second. You there? Alright, I just took you off speaker.